Mm. 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 Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is a test. Never gone live before. Trying out YouTube Live. And this is the pre-show to the pre-show. So this is a test. Never gone live before. Trying out. The time is now 10:52. I'm gonna really start talking at 11. I'm gonna touch on a few things. I want to talk about why I'm doing this right now, and perhaps streams in the future, as well as review last year a bit. Talk about what's going on in 2021 for me and Mystic and Severe, and as well what you can expect at midnight from the show. So that's pretty neat. It's pretty cool, right? I'm just low keying in. I said I would start at 11, so I'm going to start really dialoguing then. Feel free to make a comment. I will respond to anybody and everybody. But we're just going to chill for a bit. I don't know if I should play a track. Mystic and Severe starts with a track. Maybe I'll do that. I can do it from this computer, actually. So it connects to my TV. But I said I would love to play for you. This is Mystic and Severe. The song that started it all. That gave me the inspiration for this current stage of life. I'll leave that on, actually. This is it, yo. I love this song. This is beautiful. Morricone's a one of a kind. Despite there being many great Italian composers, film composers, this is nothing like Ennio. Alright, huh? Do we even need this light? Let's see. Yeah, I see. Interesting. Experimenting with light here. This is the skylight in my background. Hope you enjoy that. Oh, I'm just trying to get a little background light. I'm also using this. This is a stand that I use. Sorry, I got it for Christmas. It's pretty cool. It's for your phone. Right here. You can plug it in your phone. You get a tripod for your phone. I would love to use this on a red carpet. When red carpet's happening in person. Not a virtual workout. I've done how many red carpets? I've done 4. Colorado Space, The Predator, Halloween, and Ball and Cell Block 99. Love to do more. Love to do some get video on a red carpet. Beautiful. Amazing. I was thinking about making that the theme song to the show, but I don't know, it's too mellow. It's too much of a cowboy jingle. I like the Cannonball Ferox theme, NYC main title. I don't regret that picking that song. It's got a lot of energy. Roberto Donati, who I learned is actually, that's a fake name. It was actually a woman. Something else Donati. Carmela Donati, perhaps. I don't remember. If you go to the Mystic and Severe Radio YouTube channel, and you search Giovanni Lamberto Radici, interviewed by Michael O'Keefe, he spills the beans there. He talks about that. So we're 2 minutes to 11. It's going down. The pre-show to the pre-show. I'll be live on FM at midnight. I'm going to tell you everything. We're going to break it all down. Do you like this shirt? Talking about Italian genre fare. This is my All the Colors of the Dark t-shirts, which I bought on Black Friday. And this is my Only Built for Cuban Links cap. Huh? You can order this at the 611 Purple store. Or Purple Factory, sorry. They are Toronto based. Go to their Instagram and send them a DM if you wanted this hat. I don't know if they still have them. Alright, so we got 1 minute to 11, and then I'm going to break it down. I don't know. I think my minimum is 11:10, but my maximum is going to be, well, actually, it could be 11:59. That could be it. I'll say 11:59. I doubt it'll go that long, though. But this is all just an experiment, so maybe it will. Yep. So I'm looking at the seconds till 11. The pre-show will begin in 20 seconds. This is the pre-show to the pre-show. And thank you for rocking with me. I posted the link up on my Instagram story. Movie Mystic 2020 is my accounts. On Twitter, I'm just the Movie Mystic there. And on my Facebook, my personal Facebook. So, hello, and welcome to the pre-show to Mystic and Severe on CKCO FM 93.1 on the radio dial. So, I'm going to be going live on FM at midnight. The whole deal, though, is we've been actually creating content from home. People ask me a lot, what happened to the CKCU? Are you guys still on? Yes, we are. However, on-air programming is not happening. So, hosts create stuff from home. In fact, I create Mystic and Spirit right here, right in this area. I'll record interviews on Zoom or Skype sometimes. I'll edit it in Audacity, which is a downgrade because we have Adobe at the station, and Adobe Audition is definitely better editing software, but Audacity will do it is for free. So this is I like to try out new things. I like to experiment a little bit. And Mystic and Severe is going live at midnight. You can go to ckcofm.com at midnight and press listen. The listen button on the left-hand corner, it's blue. You press it, and live content all day long will go on. Because of coronavirus, sorry, I'm getting a message. Forget about it, actually. Because of coronavirus, we don't have, steady programming. Not every host is doing it, or they miss shows. So, but I know, Dave Aardvark, our program director, has always got some good stuff queued up, or whoever has got it. I don't know who does it, but that stock stuff is not just garbage throwaway stuff. It's actually amazing. It's amazing stuff. I listen to CKCU when I drive around the city, which is less and less during coronavirus. It's been a weird year. So it's kind of neat that I decided to do this before my first broadcast in 2021. This broadcast coming up is actually we're going to get to that later. But I just thought it would be fun to do a pre-show where it's just me off the dome, unfiltered. I've got a script. I've got 4 bullet points, and I'll even tell you what it is. That's how I do. I just talk. I'm going to tell you about why I'm doing these streams. I'm going to talk about last year. I'm going to talk about what's coming up this year, and I'm going to talk about this specific broadcast coming up. Yeah, shout out to anyone who's watching this right now. So, yeah, this is great. This is a lot of fun. I've had open broadcast studio for a bit, but I've never done a proper stream, and this is fun stuff. And yeah, sure, it's not a great bit rate, and I probably don't sound excellent, but I think this is a cool setting. The skylight really, this is cool midnight vibes, right? This is Mystic and Severe, am I right? So, yeah, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to try to put it on Instagram too. Slap it up on IGTV. So follow me on Instagram. I'm the Movie Mystic 2020. I post at least once a day. And that's all upcoming hype for broadcasts. At least one a day. Or a YouTube video of an interview from a previous broadcast. So the other day, actually, I was looking at my material that I have left to drip onto YouTube, and I've got 40 left, 40 interviews. Some files I don't have, and I'm going to have to record them when I get back into the station. I basically had to take the broadcast and record it there, and then take the file and do what I do. I can't, that step right there, I can't do here. I don't have to say. So I'll pick up a couple or a few, I don't know. And then once, basically, you might be wondering what's going to happen once all my content is loaded up. Will there be that steady drip of uploads? And the answer is yes, absolutely. I'm going to record reviews and hopefully do visual essays. And one thing you have to look forward to is I'm going to start reviewing older movies, almost for the hell of it, just because they're in my Blu-ray collection. My goal, I've got 400 movies on Blu-ray. Well, actually, sorry, I have the Blu-ray.com app, and it breaks it down. I've got close to 300, releases, but in that there's 400 movies. So my goal going forward over the next year, 2, 3, whatever, is to review all of them. And then, if I'm still in the air, review every movie I have seen that I've documented on Letterboxd that I can still find. I'm a big one thing that got me into movies was Roger Ebert's book, The Great Movies, and in that he basically documents. What he would do is he would write an essay for one movie he considered great that wasn't playing that week, and put it out there. So he's not just this shill for the industry. He gets to talk about some stuff he's actually into. So that's kind of my thinking with that. I've got my top 5 Blu-ray releases of 2020 on this upcoming broadcast at midnight for you to look forward to. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but you could go to my Letterboxd and maybe get a clue for some of them. So that's Movie Mystic. I'm the movie_mystic on Letterboxd. So give me a follow there if Letterboxd is your thing. If reading reviews is your thing. Hopefully it is. So yeah, it was a weird year. 2020 was. Obviously. Global pandemic, man. That shit was heinous. It was very annoying. And creating Mystic and Severe was a challenge. Because, even though when I would hop in the booth, I would play a bunch of files that were edited and chopped up and everything, I was still going in live and doing the thing. And now I record, where I'm at right now. I'm doing a podcast. So it made sense to hop on YouTube. I've been wanting to do it for a bit, but Berlin really gave me the, after doing the Berlinale, covered the Berlinale, spending 2 weeks in Berlin, it was whoa, I got to get this content, a home, a bigger and better home, because when I started Mystic and Severe, I took all those old interviews and I just dumped them on SoundCloud, which is great. However, most people don't go to SoundCloud for interviews, and also it was just a dump. So you get 200 interviews, and what do you go to pick from? It's just all there at once. It was like when Disney announced the 10 Star Wars shows. It's okay, well, why don't you just tell me about one at a time? Unless you're an industry insider, that's basically just going to be a lot of this, a lot of noise. So YouTube's been great. More people have been engaged with the content on YouTube than SoundCloud. Surprise, surprise. And it was that drip effect. Like I drop one every 2 days. Maybe it's from an old broadcast, like a recent broadcast rather, or maybe it's from an old broadcast because I've been recording interviews since 2016. Really popped off 2017, 2018, and then 2019. Woo, big. So yeah, YouTube was like getting them a better home, and it's been going well. And I hope to be doing lives. I'm enjoying this so far. Most definitely. But I'm not gonna lie. It's to make the show from home is different. I had to rely on my gear, my wits, 100%. I don't have a place to go to that's like separate from home where I do radio. Like it's all merged in together, which is like I guess advantageous in that you don't have to. It's advantageous that I don't have to go to a radio station to do an interview now. I don't get the best sound quality, but I can just do it here, and that's cool and everything. But I'll tell you what the worst thing is. The worst thing is taking all the files that you record, because it's the interviews, it's the tracks, it's the station IDs, and then it's also the in-between mic moments. On when I write down the files, I call it mic, M-I-K-E, on the mic, M-I-C. So there'll be like 7 or 8 mic on the mics as well. So I had to sort of I open one file and then I import all of them and drag all of them until it's like an hour bit and then another hour bit, and then you drag both hours together and you got a 2-hour thing. It's pretty freaking annoying, man. It takes a long time to do that. I'm not gonna miss not doing that whenever that is, because there's no end in sight to this. I've not been told, well, because we don't know when we're going to be doing live stuff again. Like I said, there's advantages, but there are disadvantages too. So, I'm down to do more stuff for YouTube. And I'm very grateful for CKCU. And they're so cool. They will nudge me sometimes, and they will give me suggestions. They won't nudge suggestions, they'll tell me what to do. But not much. I really do have a lot of free reign over... Well, I have a lot of editorial control. I'm the host and producer of Mystic and Severe, and, they might hop on me sometimes, but CKCU, but not really. They've been great. And I've been able to go to Toronto, Montreal, Berlin to cover film festivals, and then go to LA to pitch a screenplay. I mean, come on. As far as like Ottawa opportunities go, that's fantastic. It's great. I love CKCU. And as fun as this stream is, Mystic and Severe and CKCU FM is way better. So if you're hopping in on this, or you're watching this at a later point, whatever, listen to Mystic and Severe on CKCU FM. If you're like into movies, that is. And it's like Martin Scorsese definition of movies. And I talk about Star Wars and The Mandalorian, and I reviewed every episode of The Mandalorian season 2 on 4 broadcasts, and I like all that, man. I'm not hating, but when I say like movies, like how Martin Scorsese means them, I mean like more original concepts, more authorship, different nationalities often, stuff that you can expect for the Mayfair and the Bytown Cinema, or would have expected at the Bytown Cinema. But now you can get on the Canopy streaming app. Great app. It's through the Ottawa Public Library, and you get 4 movies for lots of stuff. New movies, old movies, 4 movies, good movies. 4 is good. 4 a month for free, or something like that. And there, I'm sure Criterion Channel is awesome. But and I did do an interview for projects with directors with projects on Netflix. Cam, the platform, and then what is the freaking thing? I'm not even going to try to go for it. But it was a documentary about a Latin TV astrologer. That was just this year. So, yeah, it's weird how things work out. There were a lot of good gets in 2020. David Cross, Michael Imperioli. A lot of publicists talked to me. I don't know. And went well. Despite a global pandemic, I was able to book a lot of cool interviews. Either I would do directly to that person or through a publicist. And I don't want to mention people by name, but some good stuff is coming up in 2021. Rest assured. It's not the time to announce interviews, though. I will tell you this, though. While I booked a lot of interviews in August and September through Fantasia and Fright Fest, and then would kind of keep booking as time went on, and would have to drip out those Fantasia and Fright Fest interviews, for I sat on one, for example, for 3 months, and that's great. I am out of interviews right now. I have some scheduled, but with this broadcast coming up, you will hear my 2 final interviews in the can with Eva Haberman. A lot of people know that show Lex. I actually didn't see it, but it's from the 90s, shot in Halifax. She was really cool. She lives in Berlin. I think she's from Frankfurt, though. But yeah, she lives in Berlin. And she was in Sist with Greg Sestero and George Hardy. I interviewed George Hardy recently and have interviewed Greg Sestero twice. If you don't know, Greg Sestero played Mark in The Room and wrote the book The Disaster Artist, which James Franco picked up. Yeah. He co-wrote the book, The Disaster Artist. Tom Bessel was the other writer, a journalist. Yeah. So Ava Haberman was in Sist, and she was in Under Control, which is like a Troll 2 sequel. And she talks about Claudio Fragazzo, the director of Troll 2, her interaction with him, in the interview coming up on my broadcast at midnight. And then she was in Sky Sharks with Tony Todd, a movie that played at Fright Fest, which I could not see, didn't see. Wanted to interview Tony Todd, didn't happen. Tony Todd played Candyman, which I'm a big fan of. Fun movie. Anywho, my other guest is David J. McNeil, who has a podcast called Cool Story, which I found on YouTube. I know it's on other platforms though. And he is a voice actor. Does commercials. Had a scene cut from Shazam, and was in a Resident Evil video game. Did some voices for that. And man, he's got a cool voice. I was envious of that voice. Masculine, strong, cool guy, and he's from Ottawa. we try to stress, CKCU tries to stress local content, and you can't really stress local content when you cover international film festivals. So you can look forward to more local and Canadian content in 2021 from Mystic and Severe. So yeah, 2 interviews with Eva Haberman and David J. McNeil coming up, as well as 2 listicles. Oh, not sorry, not 2 lists, not listicles. My top 5 Blu-ray releases of 2020, and my top 10 movies of 2020. What was great about that is, they're not multiplex movies; they're all festival movies. In previous years, I would not put movies that didn't get a wide release on my list, but this year that could not be the case. And going forward, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll just break that rule. Forget that rule. If my favorite movie played at a festival and me and 10 people saw it, then that I'm, and I want you to see it, then maybe I'll put it on my top 10. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But what else do I have to say? Oh, while I'm not going to announce upcoming interviews, I will tell you that I am. I've done Fantasia, the Fantasia International Film Festival, the Toronto International Film Festival, the Berlinale, and then other festivals online, like the New York Asian Film Festival, Fright Fest, Tribeca Film Festival, and the Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival. While I've done all those, I will be doing another major film festival for the first time, covering a major film festival for the first time in 2021, South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. So, if you don't know, South by Southwest does more than just films. They do, film, music, politics, everything. But I will be strictly covering the movies. I'll just be interviewing people in the film industry. I'm not going to be interviewing any prominent Democratic politicians or, the Pixies or whatever. And that's not happening. I was very amused reading their policies. They have a firearms policy. They definitely don't have that at TIFF. Everything's bigger in Texas. It was when last year they said South by Southwest isn't going to happen. It's canceled. That's when I realized, oh, well, then Cannes not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. And that was basically the case. Venice and TIFF did go on, but it was obviously flipped on its head. They were both flipped on their head. And that's too bad. But South by Southwest, they obviously, knew that was they can go on like in 2019, for example. So it was all digital this year, and I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. I want to do more American film festivals. I want to do Tribeca properly this year. I would love to do Sundance one year. And I would love to do Cannes. But in the short term, I want to do more American festivals. And I want to keep doing Canadian film festivals. But I don't have the travel bug. I don't need to go. I don't need to cross the Atlantic anytime soon. Doing the Berlinale was enough. I wanted to go to a European film festival like Cannes or the Berlinale for a long time, and I did it. So doing the Berlinale is kind of like checking off that box, pretty much. Never say never, but I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about going back there to Europe. They have a lot of cool festivals though. In Spain, in Estonia. That's cool. That's cool things, but I'm not thinking about it. No, it's expensive, man. If you know, I'm not saying circumstances can't change, but as it stands, forget about it. So it's been fun. I think I'm going to wrap this up. I will definitely do this though in 2 weeks' time. So keep rocking with Mystic and Sphere tonight at midnight. Tune in at midnight, and I laid it all out there. I told you why I'm doing this. I just like to do fun new things, show off my skylight. This like kind of content on me. I'll look into that again. But you know, if you're enjoying this, you'll love Mystic and Severe. And if you like Mystic and Severe, and you're just checking this out because you're being a pal, thank you. So, anyways, that's it for this. Tune in, ckcufm.com, and then when you're there, press listen.